July 15, 2025 regular meeting of Montgomery County Fiscal Court is now called to order. Please stand for a prayer. For the call to order, and remain standing for the pledge, please.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this evening. God, thank you for our community. We ask that you would lead and guide us, Lord, as these men make decisions, Lord, for the betterment of our community. God, we thank you and praise you in all good things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, will the clerk call the roll?
David Carmichael.
Here.
Ralph Charles.
Here.
Shane Parker.
Here. All right. Fiscal Court members have been given a copy of the minutes from the June 17, 2025 regular meeting and the July 1st, 2025 special meeting. Does anyone have any corrections to be made in the minutes? No. Being none, I need a motion to dispense with the reading of these minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion, David Carmichael. Do I have a second? Second, Ralph Charles. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Are there any citizens who would like to address the court at this time? Yeah, come on up. Michelle.
That's Spencer Creek, that one for Dr. Montgomery, and we had a dog that was almost surrounded. And my concern is with the animal shelter. I've tried to adjust her out 6 different times, and turned away. Which I don't doubt. But I've had other people that have taken the dog in the same day. I went. One girl in particular had 2 puppies. They took them. She's a can horse, so I just kind of feel like it seems like she's in shots of taking, you know, what's going to be another easily adoption.
Okay. Well,
Another time,
I'm sorry.
sorry. Another time we had a dog show up at the clinic that I took it there, and this is when the Jesus there was told that they were broken. And I got him out of the car, and then when she saw him, it's a great dog. He had the longest one we got there. He was well trained, beautiful. Well, now they have that one.
Well, I do know this. I know that they stay extremely active, you know. I don't think that there's any dogs that were turned away because of the breed. But I'll be glad, I think, I'll be glad to talk to you tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yeah, and I was put on the waiting list a couple times.
Well, if you don't mind, we can set up a meeting. We'll do that after this meeting. And as a matter of fact, if you want to give Barb or somebody your phone number, I can call you later. You can wait back to the meeting with me.
Okay, yeah, you can just call me.
Okay. And you might get her information, and then that way we'll talk about it, and I'll be glad to, you know, we'll work with you as we can. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Is there anybody else, any other citizens that would like to address the court? All right, we'll move on to old business. In old business, we have a second reading of our ordinance for street legal special purpose vehicles in Montgomery County. On July the 1st, 2025, Fiscal Court approved the first reading of an ordinance relating to the use of street legal special purpose vehicles and the parameters of operating said vehicles in Montgomery County. There's been a lot of discussion about this. Do I have a motion to approve the second reading of this ordinance? I'll make the motion. Have a motion, Ralph Charles. Do I have a second? Second, Daniel Carmichael. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. And Sheriff, you're going to put out a opposed to kind of briefing everybody on that, so everybody knows what's going on, correct?
That's correct, sir. It will go live at 18:30 hours.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Next, we have a sealed bid for the lease of land on Locust Street owned by Montgomery County to be used for commercial vendors during the 4-day court day event held in October 2025. At this time, we'll open up the bid. And this was received today at 11:44 a.m. Okay, this is from Lynn Lundrigan. Bid for the lease of land on Locust Street in front of Extension Office and by the Health Department building owned by Montgomery County to be used for commercial vendors during the 4-day court day event held October 17th to the 20th, 2025. This is a 1-year lease. Lynn Lundrigan bid $1,002 for the lot by the Extension Office and Health Department building to be used for commercial vendors during court days. So we have a bid, and it's the only bid. It's $1,002. Do I have a motion to accept the bid of $1,002 from Ms. Lundgren?
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion by Daniel Carmichael. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Shane Parker. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Next, this court has been given a copy of an ordinance relating to establishment, control, and regulation of parking on 3rd Street in Oakville subdivision. Do I have a motion to approve the first reading of this ordinance?
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion from Ralph Charles. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Daniel Carmichael. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. This court has been given a copy of an ordinance amending the substance abuse policy. A resolution was adopted on December the 17th, 2024, prohibiting the use of medical cannabis with or without prescription. On page 4, marijuana with or without prescription has been added under D1 pursuant to KRS 218B.040. Court exercised its right under statute to not permit or accommodate the use of medical cannabis while employed by the Montgomery County District Court. Do I have a motion to approve the first reading, meaning the substance abuse policy?
I'll make the motion.
Motion Daniel Carmichael. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Shane Parker. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Each year, the court must review the admin code and personnel handbook and approve with or without changes. Nothing was added or deleted, but our treasurer did correct some grammar and misspelled words. Both have been downloaded to the Dropbox for your review. Do I have a motion to approve the administrative code and personnel handbook?
Motion.
Motion, Ralph Charles. Do I have a second?
Second.
Shane Parker. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. The court's been given copies of the proposed name of Mary Ray Trimble Place for the new Montgomery County Senior Center. We received over $267,000 from the sale of her home place, which was the former senior center. And these funds were used to help with the construction of the new center. Ms. Mary Ray Trimble Finneran stated that upon her death, her home at 302 West Main Street was to be used as a civic center for the senior citizens of Montgomery County. Therefore, it is only fitting that the name of this new senior center be named Mary Ray Trimble Place. Do I have a motion to approve the naming of the new senior center, Mary Ray Trimble Place?
I'll make it.
Have a motion, Shane Parker. Do I have a second? Second, Ralph Charles. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. Of course, been given a copy of the resolution authorizing the county judge executive to sign the agreement attached between the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and Montgomery County for resurfacing the Meadowview Drive and Cecil Road in the amount of $354,000 from the CPPP FMD 14 fund, community priority projects. So, do I have a motion to approve and adopt this resolution and agreement? Motion Ralph Charles. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Daniel Carmichael. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. Of course, we gave a copy of the lease agreement between Montgomery County and Buffalo Trace Area Development District. This is for 208.35 square feet of space at 108 East Logan Street, Suite 122, Mount Kentucky 40353. This lease is for 2 years, beginning July the 1st, 2025. The amount of the lease is $1,782.50 to be paid quarterly of $445.63. Do I have a motion to approve this lease?
I'll make it.
Motion from Daniel Carmichael. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Shane Parker. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Sorry. Greg Waters has resigned from Mount Sterling, Montgomery County Recreation Commission. Chelsea Coleman has agreed to fill out the remainder of this term, which will expire June the 1st, 2028. Do I have a motion to appoint Chelsea Coleman to the Recreation Commission to fill out the remainder of Greg Waters' term?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Daniel Carmichael. Do I have a second? I'll second. Second, Shane Parker. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. All right, and the opioid, of course, we've been given a copy of a major opioid-related update and deadlines to be voted on. First, the Purdue Pharma bankruptcy and Sackler settlement deadline is September 16, 2025. Two, new settlement with 9 additional opioid defendants, deadline of October 1st, 2025. And 3, governmental entity settlement agreement, participation agreement, deadline is September the 30th, 2025. It is strongly recommended that all political subdivisions vote yes on the Purdue Pharma plan, sign the government entity settlement agreement, participation agreement to receive Sackler settlement funds, and participate in all 9 new opioid defendant settlements, including the separate Sandoz settlement if applicable. All voting will be performed through DocuSign by the County Judge Executive. Do I have a motion to authorize County Judge Executive to vote yes on the Purdue Pharma bankruptcy and Sackler settlement and sign the GESA participation agreement and submit the 9 defendant settlement via DocuSign? Have a motion, Ralph Charles. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Daniel Carmichael. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. All right. Moving on. The fiscal court has a copy of the treasurer's report, annual checks written, additional vouchers, and budget transfers. Commissioner Charles reviewed the bills for July. If there are no questions, do I have a motion to approve the county treasurer's report and pay the bills? Motion Ralph Charles, do I have a second?
Second.
Second Shane Parker, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. All right. This time, we're going to hear from various boards, agencies. We will start out, let's start out with Ms. Amanda Trupp, our treasurer.
You all should each have a copy of the things I'm going to discuss really quickly. If you look at this June.
Pull that down a little closer to you. Make sure
Is that better? Okay. So if you look at this June versus last, our revenues are up and our expenditures are down. So that's a positive thing. So talk about ARPA first. We have a remaining obligated amount of $1,983,518, and that includes the last payment that we're going to make for the senior center, and that'll be that payment app will come in and we'll pay it next month. And then we'll just have two projects remaining, sanitation and broadband, and combine those are $1,771,382. So we're making progress on getting that closed out. So hopefully we'll be able to take care of all that because it has to be spent by December extended. So in your report, you have the year-to-date budget for the jail combined grant, and they have a carryover of $30,061 to go into July. I have submitted the quarterly federal tax 941 and paid the local taxes. And then the next few days, I'll be submitting the quarterly DLC report, the unemployment report, the annual federal expenditure award report, and the GASB 87, which regards our leases. The annual treasurer's settlement is complete and on file, and it's available to the public upon request. We have a little less than $700,000 in our opioid fund, and we've had 5 separate requests for awarding funding. So I'm going to get all those together in our next workshop, present those, and we'll can decide how and how much to spend funds, and then we can notify people and start making those disbursements. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Jason, come on up.
Jason McCormick, our building inspector.
Good evening. So permits for the last 3 months has been a little slow. Looks like for April, did 1 permit. These are just new construction houses. May, did 2 permits. And June, we did 1. So we've done 4 permits over the last 3 months for a total of $760 in fees. New property value is approximately $670,000. Can't tell you going forward this month, things have really picked up. First day of the month, 34 permits. So I did most that days, and I've got about 6 more out there that just haven't come in. So should be 8 or 10 this month anyway. That's all I've got. If you have any questions?
Grass, everything.
Well, yeah, that's, I don't want to report that much about it, but yeah. I mean, that's, the inmate crew took care of a couple, last week, and, did a great job. One of them, I didn't think they could finish, but they actually did it. So we've got a couple others that, caused the same issue. Just working on all that stuff daily, so I get a couple calls every week and start to use, so. But anyway, I send out probably 2 or 3 letters a week. So, but again, I think I told you that 8 or 9 times out of 10, the letters take care of it themselves, either the first one or the second. And I always hope it takes care of it anyway, so we're not full of it,
Right.
But other than that, some of it's the same places, every year. So anyway, I don't know about that, but anyway, like I said, I'll send sprays out to the crew. they did clean those up. They did a great job. All right. Thanks, Secretary. Thank you.
Who's next? Mark? Mark Walters, a road supervisor.
We've had a pretty good quarter. We spent a lot of time on season 5 out there. We very well up. Biggest players out there was about 140 to 130 members in that project. We found out about 65 loads. So that, about 50,000 back in 100. I thought the rain was pretty so bad. It's raining every day. But we're down on, we're at the end of the second round, more roads, and that's feeding guardrail, spraying the bridges and intersections and signs. We're pretty good on that. We've got a little tractor. I think we'll have 2 of them on this week again. That's going to speed us back up. Ceasefire be ready to flag top probably at the end of next week. We'll be scheduled getting that started, repay that. Hopefully that's just get that problem. Be glad to get that over with. Right. And we've done numerous water issues. We put in 9 culverts. 9 new culverts were replaced. Replace that. Appreciate y'all's hard work. You got anything else?
Appreciate it. Thank you. Adam? Animal shelter?
Evening, Judge, John. First off, just do want to say, I did mention in the workshop this morning, we did receive our certificate and our plaque for being a second year retaining the no-kill status through Best Friends Animal Organization. We are extremely proud of that. In the last quarter, we had an intake of 106 cats, 95 dogs. We sent 37 cats to rescue, 14 dogs to rescue. We was able to foster out 35 of those cats we took in. We was able to foster out 7 dogs. Excuse me. We adopted out 24 cats, 47 dogs. We had 1 cat reclaimed and 25 dogs reclaimed. I did want to add in here that nearly 50% of the dogs reclaimed since we started microchipping, we offer that as part of the reclaim fee. Nearly 50% have opted into that option and microchip their dog. During the 4th of July weekend, we had 2 strays that came to the shelter. Both were microchipped and both were home within a couple of hours. So we do continue to strongly encourage microchipping through the shelter. So for a grand total of 224 animals in and 196 out. Last quarter, first quarter of this year, we had an intake of 172. So considerable jump, almost 50 animal jump in that. And then also going along with our no-kill status that we've been holding, we currently hold a 97.4% live adoption rate. Again, something we're very proud of. Our animal control officers, the department responded to 4 aggression calls, 12 animals running at large, 1 that owner was arrested, 2 bite cases, 15 neglect and welfare cases, and 2 calls to animals that were sick or injured. Of those 15, those were worked partially with law enforcement and handled with our own department. So total 36 calls to service. And in the last quarter, member Gang and the shelter brought in $802 in cat adoption fees, $4,300 in dog adoption fees. We brought in $7,142 in donations and $385 in reclaim fees for a total of $12,629 for the past quarter, and the first quarter of this year was $9,664. thus far this year, the animal shelter has brought in over $22,000. So we are already 2/3 what we had last year. So again, we're going to continue to push the good things, getting animals out. We are overpopulated. It is a systemic issue at this point, but animals are moving, and we have great response from the community in fostering and adoptions. We have one dog that is actually in Cincinnati right now under a 4-week board and train. The trainers are actually doing it for free, and through contact with one of our volunteers, was able to get that transportation, everything, the care, board, everything's covered 100% through that organization. We are proud of that. We have several projects going on. Michael Gabbard has been heading off several projects, but we do want to thank Fiscal Court for their support. We want to thank local law enforcement agencies, Chief Landrum and Sheriff Dave Charles. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Greg?
Probably have a county clerk say keep your short, get the state money out.
Yes.
This our bad weather season usually is over by now, but we still have flooding issues. The last 3 months we've had numerous thunderstorm warnings and watches, flash flood warnings and watches, also tornadoes. That's starting to quiet down just a little bit. Our STAR team got a 100% grant that came in, that's been dispersed. We were one of the few teams that got 100% funding without any matching or anything like that. We also work with Maysville Community Technical College during their summer camp. Our STAR team took the kids out to do a search and rescue scenario out at the county shooting range. Reports, training, travel.
I heard that the shooting range was a real success. I heard they really like that.
Yeah, it was really good. Any questions?
Good job. Thanks, sir. And Donnie Pennington. All right.
May, we I attended 2 meetings in May, made up 4 votes at 4 ways. Spent time on Tom Road, put up there some what it is. And June was pretty busy, got around fan collection with the city. How about more than 24 pallets of wood shavings being made? We used 1 pallet of it. The city collected 635 gallons from 80 houses. The county dropped off about 120 gallons. Total weight of 3 tons. Had free disposal day in June. It was 112 tons, 183 vehicles. The one we had in April was 120 tons and 224 vehicles. So it's staying up pretty good. We finished up the 2025 race tire grant, roadside tires, 500 tires. We also received the household hazardous waste grant for 2025, which we use for electronic recycling. We'll hold that in September. Yeah, we want to think we're strapped with one part, drop off electronics.
Is that matters?
Yes, that is. Got all the truck permits out, 26 permits, sent out for $5,500. Which makes a little bit last year. And of course, we tore refuse recycling.
Thanks, sir. You got any chance to know, and you may not know right off the top of your head, the next free disposal day is September 14th. September 14th will be our next free disposal day. 13th. Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Saturday. Yeah. All right, good. Okay. All right, good. Thanks, sir. Jordy, got anything? Sure. Chairman of our film commission.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing?
Doing great. You?
Good, not bad, not bad. As the Eastern Kentucky Film Commission, we are working on attracting several films here. Most of them look like they will be in shooting in our county in 2026, which is good because that gives us ramp-up time. We do have one pretty large production that is looking to be here this year, next month, August 18th, August 29th. So Chris has been very helpful, helping me find some locations that could work for them. This would be really, really big for us. And so I'm really hoping that's the case. As far as the board is concerned, what is the best way, because we've drafted an ordinance that I believe needs to be a county ordinance, so what's the best way to submit that to?
If you just bring it to me,
Okay.
we'll talk about it, we'll run through our county attorney, and then we'll talk to our commissioner, and see if it's something we can do.
Okay, yeah, it's all safety stuff. It's all like, if you're gonna do stunts, you have to have EMT. If you're gonna do pyrotechnics, you have to have fire EMT. It's just common sense stuff, so they don't come in here and treat the town like garbage can. Right. So that's all.
We like that.
Yeah. So that's about it.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Anybody else? Oh, hey, Sheriff, hey, who's you back in the corner?
I'm pointing to everybody else that's expected of it. I said they had stamps, so I skipped over you. I brought you turkeys as well. Thank you all, glad to be here tonight. For the last quarter, MCSO took 3,404 calls for service. All kinds of stuff, anything from accidents, traffic, and so it's been quite a busy quarter for us. In addition to that, they served 470 papers, civil summons, such as that, and made 792 arrest and citations. So activity and calls are up. In addition to that, we completed a training with emergency management, Montgomery County Fire and EMS, put on for law enforcement and active shooters for the churches. The guys went through that and did the live scenario training. We just completed the fair, which is uneventful, went as smooth as possible. The Montgomery County Fair Board did an excellent job with it, so she didn't commend them. They did an excellent job. We have one deputy who has just graduated, Jeremy Purvis, through this quarter. He is now in his field training officer program, and as such is training on each shift for the 14 weeks that we require for that. We have another one, Dustin Arden, who is now preparing to begin his in-person academy after completing his initial several weeks of virtual training. And yet another one, Greg Jenkins. Jenkins has now begun his virtual training. So we have 3 in different phases of training in the street. So all of our works are going forward on programs, investigations, so forth, are proceeding as planned. And thank you for your continued support, not only the fiscal court, but his friends, and also the members of this committee.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
Appreciate you. Y'all be safe. Well, I just want to say how much I appreciate every one of you. I sit here and I listen to what everybody says, and it's like, you have very unique jobs that covers every part of the county, and you all do them, and you do them well. So I appreciate you. I know the court does as well, and keep on doing the good work that you're doing. So, all that being said, y'all have anything to add? Everybody good? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Everybody made that.
Yeah.
Ralph Charles and Daniel Carmichael, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, then, maybe you gotta say just how they gonna argue.